It's crazy. And I went through the ringer. I've gotten 2 nose jobs, got botched, and then got another nose job just to make my nose look like my original nose. They had to take a piece of my rib out for that. And I was like, bro, what a waste of time, money, and everything. But I did say, while you're in there, will you slim down the sides a little bit? And it collapsed. It fucking collapsed. And so I remember asking, why is this happening for me? I was very early in that journey. And I was like, yep, this is about remembering that there's nothing greater you can do. You are perfect.
One of my favorite questions to ask people is, what is your emotional home? And mine was shame.
Oh, mine was shame for a long time too.
Yeah. And it's a very awful feeling. It's hard to feel and catalyze. And for a lot of people, this is where my work has been based, is helping them feel that.
Yeah.
Being a grounding force of like, I'll sit with you while you touch the shame bucket, because it's very icky.
Yes, it really is.
And before we begin today's episode, I'd like to just take a moment to thank you, the listenership, for taking your time and attention to listen to today's podcast. And I have a request. If you'd be willing to leave a comment or review, subscribe, like on whatever platform you're listening to this on. It helps me grow the podcast, the audience, find new guests, and complete the mission of making this one of the most impactful conversations today that we're having as a human race. And without further ado, here is today's guest. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Embracing Human podcast. I am your host, Scott Stone, and I'm here today with a very special guest, Kama Hagar. She is a holistic coach, the editor-in-chief of Maui, Makai, and the founder of Mukama Botanica. Thank you for coming on the show today, Kama.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to be here on a beautiful rainy day in haiku.
Yes, we need more rain in haiku. We just need more rain on this island.
I've heard it's been dry as hell.
Yeah. And I actually love the rain, you know. I've been producing music lately, and I want to write a song called Here Comes the Rain. Everybody's like, here comes the sun. Like, yeah, got it. But like, and maybe that's just my Scorpio essence, but.
Love that about you.
Yeah.
Also if you're a North Shore person, you embrace that rain.
Yes, absolutely. On that note, tell me what, like, I know you kind of grew up here on Maui. What was that like?
It was like the most sacred, delicious, beautiful, life-altering thing in the world.
Yeah.
just to hit it straight out the gate. Because honestly, everything growing up out in Hilo, in the jungle out in Hilo, the feeling I had there is the feeling that inspired every single thing that I've done from that point forward. I was always just trying to come home to that. Yeah. And the presence, the trust, the wildness, the embracing of the lightness and the dark, like we just talked about a little bit out here, where it's like, it's kind of wild and woolly, and you have really dark things, and you have centipedes and like, it just like mold. And I just was like, I love everything about it. Yeah. And I didn't feel like that with anyone or anything. But when I was here, I always just felt, this is for me. This is for me. No matter how dark, no matter how weird, no matter how wonky. And it was my greatest teacher, actually, living here. Yeah, we'll probably get into all of that and where it led me. But in a nutshell, I have so much reverence for this entire island. Oh,
I love that word. I like that. I tell a lot of people these days, like that word reverence. Like, we need more reverence in the world, especially as men for women. Of like the reverence that we have. I told my buddy a couple days ago, I was like, man, this would suck without girls.
I think it would suck without boys. Yeah. Because we need to have reverence for each other is another thing that's happening right now.
Totally. Yeah.
But reverence for nature, for one another. Totally. Yeah, the feminine, the masculine, which is actually a huge part of Hawaiian healing.
I bet.
That's like the whole thing. I mean, not the whole thing. There's so much more. But in my studies, it was about reverence for feminine, for masculine, for the androgynous, for the land. Yeah. For the ancestors. Yes. I love it. Yeah. We do need it.
Yes. And I love what you said about, and I heard you say it in a previous podcast, you said, living in Hilo, like that feeling that you were coming home to. And that was what you said in the other podcast, was like, that is a big basis of the work that you're doing, is helping people feel.
Yes, completely. Yeah. I looked for it everywhere, and my parents sold our house out in Hilo in like 2018. And I was lost. I remember telling my partner at the time, who was like a partner of like 5 years, I was like, I've never loved anything more than that house. He was like, I don't know what to do with that. But for me, like, yeah, I was lost in the most powerful way because it was the beginning of coming home to me. Yeah. And I had already embarked on sort of a self journey, but it brought me so much deeper because I was like, well, I'm going to have to self-resource all this now. Yeah. I was living in LA, like feeling totally misaligned. And I was like, what is it going to take for me to feel that within everywhere I go and let that guide me? Yeah. So that is exactly what I help people do now.
I love that.
Yeah.
What was that journey like for you?
Coming home to myself?
Yeah.
It's a long journey. I mean, I think as soon as we're born, we forget, and then we're supposed to remember along the path. And my path was a lot of public perception at a young age, a lot of being in the public eye because of my dad's career, and then learning how to try, like, to see myself and not worry about that first, which was literally the opposite of my conditioning. And that conditioning was for safety. Mm-hmm. It was from ego. It was from so many different things. And eventually I just started to really listen to me. So I think the first practice that was foundational was meditation because it's just sitting with you.
Yeah.
So essential.
Yeah.
And I was really drawn to meditation from a young age. So it's interesting. It's almost like it was beckoning me. Yeah. Like, sit with you and you will be able to balance all of this. Yeah. And so I did a lot of that out in Hoilo when I was really young without knowing it, and then went on to study that, and then studied yoga, and then Hawaiian healing, and then Reiki, and all of it was for me until finally my teacher said, you should teach. I was like, no. And then I taught. Yeah. So I know that that's my dharma. Like, I know I'm here to help people do the same because it was such a hard journey. And there's so much more of that, breakups and all the things that kept bringing me closer to me. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I get it for sure.
Yeah. What were your big moments of homecoming or practices?
Yeah. I mean, the moments led to the practices. I would say the big ones, I was engaged to be married, and we called off the wedding.
Same.
Yeah. And so that was one of them, of like, when she moved out and I was in the empty house, of just like, oh my God, this voice is really loud and he does not like me. I do not like him. He probably did like me. I didn't like him. And so learning how to just listen. Yeah. I think that was the practice that it took me a lot longer to cultivate, but it's one of the reasons I love this podcast so much is I just get to practice listening. It's like where I love coaching is because I just get to sit there, and so that one I would say was a big one. And learning the language of the body through things like parts work and IFS. I was in corporate America and I was really unhappy. Like, I did everything they told me. I was like, I got the house, the car, the girl, the job, the paycheck. And I was miserable. I was like, what the heck? Like, this is an existential crisis.
Truly.
And so I quit that job. And I started a robotics company in the disability community with my friend.
Wow.
And so I got like the deepest lesson in gratitude.
Wow.
Of just like, oh, wow, I think I have it bad, which it's all perspective, right? Like, my life is mine, so it's as bad as I see it. And then one day they just up and fired me. And so then it was like, whoa. Like, so that was another one of those, like, okay, now all the work I've been doing with nervous system regulation was like, time to rubber meets the road, buddy.
Implement. Yeah.
Literally. And so that was a big one. And then the last and most confronting one was when my dog died. So in 2023, which is what brought me out here, my dog that became my dog when the wedding got called off, he passed really unexpectedly. And that was like, I'd never experienced grief before. Like, my grandma died when I was, earlier, a couple of years before, but it wasn't like, I was like, oh, she's, she had dementia for like a decade. So I was like, oh, thank God grandma's dead, Yeah. Like, God, you're doing great now.
I love that. Keep it real.
Yeah. When Chester died, it was like, hey. And I was just like, no amount of breath work, no amount of weed, no amount of anything worked. And so it was literally like the most confronting thing I've ever experienced. And because I loved him so much, it was like, all right, I'm going to feel all of this. And it changed me on a cellular level. Like it broke me down into nothing. and then I built myself back into this. And it has been one of the most transformative things I've ever experienced.
Thank you for sharing that, honestly.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Because it is in the greatest losses and the greatest grief that we find ourselves again and again and again. And I'm so obsessed with that right now, that turning that pain into purpose, because you know that if you're there, it's going to be your greatest fucking up level ever of all time.
Yeah.
Where you learn to implement and integrate and self-resource and everything that's been out here kind of in the head, or it's in the body now.
Yeah.
And feel to heal. Like you completely just said it. I mean, once you feel, I'm a big hand talker. Once you feel it, you really can heal it. But it's all surfacing back up in grief. Like one loss is like, it's all of the lifetimes of loss you've ever experienced.
100%.
Yep. What an opportunity.
Yeah. And the crazy thing was, and I have vivid memories of this, where I would be crying about Chester, and then I would go so deep into the hole that I'm like, I don't know if I'm crying about my childhood or about a breakup or about my brother.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm on ayahuasca right now. Just flying through the ether.
Yeah.
You know? And
And you had the break, like, oh my gosh, the dog came in to sub through the breakup time or the call off of engagement, and then you lost the dog. So then you hit like another level of grief of that. Dude, I hear you, because just recently I went through a breakup myself, just about a month ago, actually. And it's crazy. It's only been 1 month, and I already feel like a different human through that process.
Oh, yeah.
Just, I'm like, hello, every day. I feel like I'm meeting a new version of myself.
Yes.
So much more empowered, so much more embodied, so much less afraid.
Yep.
Every time we're confronted with that, we just get deeper and deeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of the quote, the soul grows through subtraction, not addition. The more we take out, the more we see it. And it's like, the practices to do so, like meditation, right? Closing off all these things and just sitting with self.
Completely.
It can be very sobering. Also it's very centering, but also very sobering.
You can strip it down. I'm about to do a 10-day Vipassana retreat. I'm so scared.
Yeah, great.
Have you done that?
No, but I keep getting Vipassana has been on the radar like over and over and over. And recently I got invited to go help with the setup, because I was like, I want to get in here. My buddy was like, I'll introduce you. Like, we'll make it happen and all that stuff. And then I've just had so much going on. It didn't fit, but Vipassana is high on the list. Very high. I want to do a darkness retreat, but I was like, probably should start with Vipassana.
I don't even know what's worse. Like I was just talking to a friend, 10 days of Vipassana silence, or 3. It's 3 days usually, the darkness, right?
Yeah.
Tough, both tough.
Yeah. But I feel like there's such a beauty in meeting these so tender parts of ourselves, because it literally transforms the way we speak to ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. Which it sounds like is what you're helping people do with your work of like, because you said like a lot of it's meditative based, and just sit with people and being like, how's that feel?
Yeah.
And we auto catalyze into this nurturing, loving person that we were not necessarily taught how to be.
Not one bit. No. The voice in my head was ruthless until I started to meditate.
Wow.
And really work with it, and literally reprogram the brain just through repetition of, I know people like hate on positive affirmations. I don't give a, because honestly, they were so potent for me. Like I would have to listen to them first thing in the morning for, I think I did like a 20-minute loop every single day for probably 3 years while I did my makeup, because that was my time of like criticism and like trying to fix myself. And I was like, if I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to counter. Yeah. It was insane inside of my brain. And I mean, I struggled with like eating disorders in high school and all kinds of things, which now I'm just like so grateful to be so like, one of my truest dreams was to actually just see myself as beautiful inside and out, which sounds, I know it might like sound so silly, but I had to work my ass off to believe that. And thank God, like the peace that comes from seeing yourself as a beautiful human inside and out.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But it's like, you got to drill that in if that's not what you've been taught.
Yep. Oh, For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think you learned that talk track?
Ooh, like the
Where
negative.
Where'd you pick up the critic?
I picked up the critic from, like I said, I think just a lot of the public eye. So my dad's a famous musician. My mom was a model. So there was a lot of high expectation. Like I said, people looking in. Also, the music industry is ruthless. The modeling beauty industries are ruthless. And then because I loved to perpetuate my own trauma, I went down the route of fashion and makeup artistry. Yeah. And I'll never forget, like, my first, and I got certified in makeup artistry when I was in 8th grade, actually. Right. And I remember I was doing my friend's makeup, who came so graciously to model for me and let me paint all over her face. And she sat down in the chair and my teacher goes, "What's wrong with her face?" That was literally the opening question.
Great.
And I was like, I can, and he was like, "No, you have to, this is like what you're going to be doing. What's wrong with her face?" So I just remember like losing my breath. I was like, I would never. And then he starts like rattling off the things that are wrong with her face and that we would need to fix.
Right.
And then same thing in fashion school. When I ended up going to fashion school, I remember I would sketch the croquis, the 9-head fashion figure that we were taught to draw. And they would come over with a piece of tracing paper and sketch it skinnier.
Oh, wow.
Because clothes look better on thinner bodies. It's literally what they taught us.
Of course.
And I mean, it was crazy, but it is also so amazing how the water we're swimming in, I mean, it gets perpetuated until we notice that pattern, until we see it as, wait, this is not real. Right. This is completely fake. This is just a construct. And that's when we can pull back. But it took me years. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know it was wrong. I thought I was wrong. And so that's a huge part of my mission now with people too, especially women, is actually helping them trust themselves again. Trust their bodies, trust the sensations they have, trust the contractions, trust the expansion. Holy shit, because like that has been my greatest guide through a world of so much nonsense, you know? And we're not hating on the world. The world's a beautiful place too, but we have so much stuff that's just like, no, and not in alignment for you. Yeah. So I had to really learn how to do that. Yeah. Teach myself.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love what you said about trust. Like, so I was talking to a woman yesterday, maybe today, I don't even remember, about like, you've never had to trust your cycle to start. Like, your body just is like, here you go, you know, and it's like, same with crying. You just got to trust that it's going to, like, you never have to think about it starting. You just trust that it will.
Totally.
You know? And so the same thing with crying or feeling a type of emotion that we are in resistance to, of like, just trust that your body's for you.
Yeah.
Which is why I love what you said earlier about, you know, that like pinged me. I was like, oh, that was one of your OG affirmations. Like, this is for me.
This is for me is my favorite. Like, I mean, why is this happening for me? I didn't make that up. You hear that. I don't know who started that, but that is the best question to ask. Yeah. Because that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you positive. That's what keeps turning the pain into purpose. It's an unstoppable way to be because, and it's, I mean, I know if there's all these like toxic positivity things, I don't even know, fuck that. Like whatever whatever this is has been the best thing I've done for my brain. Everything is for me. Yeah. Everything.
Gratitude.
Yeah. Gratitude. Yeah. Yeah, it amplifies that for sure.
Yeah. No, it's such a good, like, to ask the question, right? Versus having a declarative statement of what this is what this means. Being like, I wonder what this could be. How is this for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
It opens the mind into a very different frame of like, well, even in the question alone, you're forcing in a way, or you're inviting yourself to look at, well, how could it be? Even if it's like, well, this can't be. Like, well, how could it be?
It's exactly.
You know,
what if?
Right.
It reminds, because you came in here about surrender soon. Those are, I think it's one of your words. It's one of my words too.
It's so good.
Surrender ring, surrender tattoo, surrender everything, even though I'm like, have historically been so bad at it, but that's why it's a constant reminder.
Yes.
Cause you know, like one of the things I say all the time is follow the soul and listen to the soul, because that is the ultimate form of surrender.
Yeah.
And as a hyper historical control freak, it was so confusing to me to think, how do you get shit done though if you're not if you're surrendered?
Right.
If you surrender to your soul, you will get shit done. You will get everything you need to get done. Yeah. You will come here and experience exactly what you came to experience. Yes. So I love that that's your word too. I just heard you say it a lot.
It's one of my favorites. I mean, it's my favorite in concept. It hasn't been my favorite in practice.
Yeah. Nobody loves that.
Yeah. My therapist told me once, like, bro, I was telling her about something that's happening in my life. She's like, wow, like you just, it seems like you like really let go. She's like, honestly, Scott, when you came in here, you didn't know how to spell surrender. And I was like, yes, that's true. Which, by the way, when we're done here, I'm going to show you a song I wrote a couple days ago about surrender. It's called Trust Fall. It's incredible.
Okay, that's amazing.
It's so good. And this distinction really helped me in understanding what surrender is. So languaging is a big part of the work I do. So like ontologically speaking, how I create my reality is through my word.
Yeah.
Right. And so English has some pitfalls. There's some aspects to English that's just inadequate. And one of them is the word surrender, because a lot of us have connotated surrender to mean giving up. So in German, there is two separate words for this distinction. There's Hingabe and Aufgabe. And so I'm pretty sure, and I sometimes get these backwards, so it's all good. I'm pretty sure Hingabe, don't come for me in the comments. I'm pretty sure Hingabe means to give up. And Aufgabe means to surrender to God.
Oh,
like to give up versus give in.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fold your cards or accept your hand.
Ooh, that is I've never heard anyone say that. I love that so much.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, well, if I just give up, then I'm not going to try. If I surrender, I'm not going to care. It's like, oh no, I care deeply. Yeah. I just don't worry.
Yeah. Yes. It's crazy. You're right. Because I think if I'm a big language person too, if we had that distinguishment at a young age, like if somebody told us that, or we had those two different words, can you imagine how different the culture could be? Right. Because I think I just spent years trying to figure out what the hell surrender means. Right. If it means this and it also means this, but I don't get it. Like that nuance is so massive.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish my younger self knew that.
Same. Well, it's like you were talking too of like, how do we change the curriculum for what we're teaching children? You know, talking about like, I think you said something to the effect of like meditation, like mental hygiene and, you know, cleanliness, like this is the same. Like we need to teach people these type of things.
Oh yeah. There was a really amazing program I actually worked for called TLC. You know, this surf skate brand Tilly's.
Oh yeah.
The kids one.
Yeah.
The woman, I met her and now she's a dear friend. But she started Tilly's Life Center for the teens because she was like, the teens gave me so much, I want to give back. Yeah. And I facilitated for them for quite a few years. And it was all about teaching kids like that social, emotional meditation, gratitude, vision boarding, boundlessness of the mind, allowing like, what are you going to do if your parents get divorced? What are you going to do if all your friends are doing drugs? But not just like that old school, like truly like integrated, embodied, being the best version of you. Yeah. It was so awesome. And I just was thinking, dang, I think schools are doing this kind of stuff more. Yeah. But I want to see it more and more.
Totally. 100%.
So fulfilling to be a part of.
No, I feel you on that one. I always get like excited when I see what is it like? They're like, instead of detention, we're giving them meditation. You know, It's like, great. Now we need to do breath work. You know, like we teach them how to breathe.
Teach them how to breathe. Yeah. Blow their friggin' minds.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so, we're in such an opportune time. And like, I like what you said earlier, like the world is a beautiful place, you know, like, and I don't think we get enough of that.
Totally.
You know, we don't get enough of like, there's actually really beautiful things going on right now, you know.
Such beautiful things. And I'm so glad that you said that because it's so easy to focus on all of the negative things. And I'm so like tired of that. I'm just like, yes, there are negative things. Yes, we need to, you know, show up and contribute in the ways that we can. But my goodness, there's so much beauty too. There is so much beauty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love this work that you're doing with women because, you know, as we see this as within, so without, right? Like you go see the beauty out here. It's like, oh, well, if I'm of that, then what? Oh shit. What's that say about me?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's also part of it is training your eye. And I said that about myself, like your eye, but really your soul, your heart, your brain. It's really your brain, your brain to be trained to see the beauty in yourself and then in everything in others too. And it always is too. That's why I have this tattoo, Aloha Ma. This is actually from Keoni Hanalei and his training. It means self-reflective love.
Yeah, that was the name of the course, right?
Yes, exactly. And I was just so moved by that principle because self-reflective love, self-reflective beauty, you could fill it in. When we can see that in ourselves or when we can train ourselves to see it in other, it's both. It's twofold. It's a whole mirror. Yeah. And that's why we do that work. Like if you want to see beauty in the world, start to focus on seeing it in yourself. If you want to trust others, focus on trusting yourself. 100%. If you want to, right? Like every single thing. And so that's what this training was for me and remembering that. So that's why I also work on the individual level. And for a long time, I was like scared that was really selfish or something. And then I trademarked the slogan, selfless self-care.
I love that.
I was like, no, dude, it is the most selfless thing you can do is to get pono with yourself so that you can overflow into the world.
100%.
I know that we kind of know that now, but holy shit, it took me so long to actually get that.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I think about when people are like, I don't want to be selfish. I'm like, I actually do.
Yeah.
I want to be full of myself versus less of myself, like selfless. I want to be more of myself, actually.
Literally, imagine if you're not full of yourself and, not in that way, but like, what are you full of?
Right.
Conditioning.
Right.
The government, whatever, you know what I mean? Like
true. No, it's very true.
It's crazy. Like, so fill it up with you and what is aligned for you and your embodiment and your own lusciousness. And that is what I help people remember.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so needed. I have an MBA in marketing, and I had a reel go viral once because I started with women. On behalf of all men, I'm sorry you don't deserve campaigns like blemish remover and concealer and cover up, of like, what the fuck, and it's just like tracing her just a little thinner of like, no, we're going to try and erase parts of you. Yeah. We're going to try and erode the wrinkles of the laughs that you had.
Totally.
And it's like, or the tear, it's like, no, this is actually the beauty of life.
It's so true. It's gotten so much better for me living here on Maui. I mean, I have a full face of makeup, but when I lived, like in LA, it was so hard to get out of that because like, again, it was the water I was swimming in. And I love seeing here, like aunties, no makeup, no anything. Everyone's natural, not everyone, but there's so much of that. Yeah. And to have that reminder, first of all, it's so beautiful. Yeah. And I mean that wholeheartedly now, which is so special because when you're literally brainwashed and you're just brainwashed into thinking something else, it's crazy. And I went through the ringer. I've gotten 2 nose jobs, got botched, and then got another nose job just to make my nose look like my original nose. They had to take a piece of my rib out for that. Wow. And I was like, bro, what a waste of time, money, and everything. And it was such a universe, like, fucked up gift that I got botched. And I was 18 and I was like, it was medical. Like I couldn't fucking breathe. But I did say, while you're in there, will you slim down the sides a little bit? And it collapsed. It fucking collapsed. And so I remember asking, why is this happening for me? I was very early in that journey, very early. I was doing my positive affirmations in the morning. That's about it. And I was like, yep, this is about remembering that there's nothing greater you can do. You are perfect. Right. This is what it is. Yeah. And every day I'm still remembering that. Totally. Yeah. But now it's fun, like fashion and beauty, since they were still such parts of my expression. Mm-hmm. Also, when we talked about coming home to self, massive for me I used fashion and beauty actually as a way to understand like different archetypes of me and experiment with those edges because I played really small and I had to growing up. I always joked that being on the road with my dad, it was like things moved so fast and it was like you basically like put your shit in a closet and like get in the car. Yeah. Like there's no time for you and your needs. Yeah. And so I learned really young how to play small, how to like stay low key, whatever. But but fashion always felt like a way that I could express myself.
Yeah.
And I played and it was so fun and interesting. And yeah, the edgy side of my emo phase and all the ways that I was able to like express my darkness and, you know, in these like gentle ways. Did you have an emo phase?
I was literally, this is so funny you're bringing this up. Today on a coaching call, we were talking about being emotional teenagers, and I was like, I'm sorry, guys, I got to go listen to Taking Back Sunday. I'm going to the Warped Tour. I'll be right back.
Oh my God, take me back to the Warped Tour. Wait, that's so amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's why you're like a skater now.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
The whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
The used and all of it. Which, if you go read these lyrics, someone showed me this recently, like, if you ever read some of these lyrics, they're so dark.
Oh, so dark.
So dark.
It's so funny because I really like, I still love it when I just hear even that like that drum, like the things I like, it lights me up. But then same thing, I'll listen to it and I'm like, damn.
Right. Like, God, are you okay, bro?
Where am I like trying to be right now?
Right.
But I kind of love it.
100%.
It's so good.
Music to me has been one of the clear examples of God. Like it's a complete oral phenomenon. We can't explain it. It just happens.
Yeah.
And our bodies, like the tuning fork is like,
yeah,
this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question for you on that because in our kind of wellness, healing, spiritual space, you know, everyone in their sound healing, megahertz, sound bowl, whatever, all good. But do you think that you can get that kind of healing from just regular music?
100%.
Same.
1000%. I just wrote a song. So I've been making, and this is such an interesting thing with your dad being a musician, because it's like, to me, it's like kind of like flirting a taboo line, is I've been making a lot of AI generated music.
Oh.
And it's very interesting because like, there's a part of me that's like, am I allowed to do this? Like, yeah, okay, I wrote the guitar for it. So like, I feel like I'm allowed, but at the same time, I'm like, this isn't no one's voice. This is some thing's voice.
Oh, wow.
And so it's very, but I wrote the song called, The Way You Loved Me. It's about my dog. It's a song from him to me.
Oh.
And I heard it, and I've been documenting my life since even before he died, but especially once he did, I was like, I'm going to document this whole grief journey, and at some point I'm going to put it out in the world. And so I wrote this song, and I put the camera up and hit play. And like maybe 30 seconds into it, I just start bawling. And like my Luce, my current dog, comes over and just sits in my lap. Oh. It was like Chester's being like, bro, I sent her, you know?
Yeah.
And so this reminder that like, yeah, there's something about it unlocking the vibrational frequencies of my body, and I just let it now. So yes, I love sound bowls and all the different tools, and yeah, just a banger album once in a while.
Dude, some divorced dad rock hits just as hard as a sound pad.
100%. Like, okay, give me some Enya.
Oh, some Enya forever. Yeah, like it's
all of it.
All of it. I agree. People, because I had that question. I remember one time, and I really thought, and I was like, the transcendental, is that the word? I don't know. The way, the ascension I have felt from certain songs that shouldn't ascend me. You know? So
the gallons of tears that have cried to your dad's music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant you. I was you've been crying. You've been crying to see me here. I didn't even know.
Just wrecks me.
Yeah.
I'm sure my dad, if I asked my dad, like, you ever cried to Montrose?
Oh, yeah. A lot of dads probably, maybe.
Sure.
At some point.
Yeah. I remember you were conceived to this song. You know, like, no, I mean, that this is kind of where it all started, you know, like that age of music where people felt so free and liberated of like,
yeah,
you give me permission to be me and grow my hair out and do all these things. And then now we're like asking for that permission again. Ooh,
that's so true. Wait, why do you think we're asking for that permission again? How did that happen? What do you think?
I mean, the first thing that comes to me is the density of the energy of shame is very thick.
Yeah.
Shame is lower than fear. Shame might be the lowest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You think about fear, right? Fear has some energy to it. Like it can do some shit.
Yeah, fight, flight, something.
Whereas shame is like you go in the corner, you disappear.
Yep.
Like you don't exist.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of culture came into that. You know, fear didn't work. So what can we do? We'll shame you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us, I'll speak for myself, like that was one of my favorite questions to ask people is, what is your emotional home?
Ooh.
And mine was shame.
Oh, damn. So mine was shame for a long time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a very awful feeling. It's hard to feel and catalyze. And for a lot of people, this is where my work has been based, is helping them feel that.
Yeah.
Being a grounding force of like, I'll sit with you while you touch the shame bucket because it's very icky.
Yes, it really is.
And so that for me is what this has been about is like, how do I say this? Like, do I trust that I have myself if I start growing out my hair and my mom tells me I look like a homeless drug addict? Good to see you, Mom. You know, shit like that. You know, or if I quit my corporate job and my family thinks I'm an idiot because of it.
Totally.
Like, can I have myself in that? And
totally.
I think a lot of us are coming to realize that that we're all, as you said, we're all going to die.
We're all going to die. It's my favorite thing to remind us of. I love talking about how we're going to die because, yeah, I love that viral kind of reel trend that's going around where it's like, am I ashamed? And then it will zoom out into the whole universe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's such a good reminder again and again that you're going to die. It's fine. And also like, it's so small in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, we have this like really deep seated, embedded societal, again, it's conditioned to have the shame and we don't need the shame. And that's just something that the shame will not let you, it's not going to want you to believe. But I mean, I love tapping for shame, especially the somatic, the saying, the calling it out, because again, shame needs to be called out or else it just consumes you.
Yeah.
So that's been really powerful for me to transform. What about you? What's your main shame tool?
So the quote I use is shame grows in silence and secretly yearns to be witnessed. So for me, it's communication. For me, it's like, here I am.
Yeah.
And so when I start feeling a type of way, the way to I go straight into it of like, hey, here's my shame.
Yeah.
Let's find out if you can hold it with me or not. Yeah. And sometimes it's not a test of like, hey, here, you know, it's just like, oh, I'm feeling this right now and I don't have to share this. I can just notice like, oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
So a lot of, like you said, tapping and just the somatic practices of like, hey, I hear you. Thanks for getting my attention.
Yeah.
You know, I'll check in with you later. Now's not the time.
Ooh, that's such a good one. Even what you just said about how I've noticed there's also a theme. There's a patience theme with you that I'm really impressed with because even you saying the passing of Chester and how you knew that pain was going to create something or you wanted to express that in some way, but you waited. I mean, how many years has that been?
2.
Yeah. But you let that
started sharing it.
It's amazing. Yeah. But that's so beautiful that you didn't rush that process. And same thing with the shame or whatever. Like, I see you and we'll talk about this later. Like, that is another level of wisdom because I think the first one is just kind of like blurting it out or trying to figure it out. And at least you're noticing it, but it's kind of like that neurotic phase. Right. I don't know if you went through that, but I definitely did. And I am now embarking on my patience part like that, where I am able to look at things and say like, in time.
Yeah.
I trust this in time.
Yeah.
Another surrender.
It's such I love that for you because it's such a valuable part of this and the way that the way I worked with myself when this came up, because I knew, like, I have such a deep love for this dog. I would say, like, I'm writing the greatest love story ever told and I'm just not ready to tell it. And so what I told myself when this was all unfolding and I just started recording everything, I have 30,000 pieces of content on my phone. And a lot of it's from this. And so I told myself, like, I'm not willing. It is too tender for me to pornography my healing. Oh,
yeah.
You know, like, look at me.
Yeah.
Give me dopamine. You know, like, it would work.
Yes.
But I would literally slay people in the comments if, like, I knew that would happen. And I was like, I'm not willing to be that guy.
Ooh.
So I just waited.
Oh, that is so wise.
Thank you.
So responsible, self-responsible.
Yeah. Because I was like, that doesn't actually help anything, you know, like, and I just released like 2 pieces of content in the past week and both of them have like 50,000 views and like 100 comments and they're all like, my dog just died. I don't know what to do. I'm like, I get it. I know exactly what that feels like.
Wow.
You know, And I haven't even gone to the phase yet of like, because to me, the delicacy of this work is like, I'm not trying to be like, okay, here's the sign up link, you know, like, yeah, there's time and space for that, but there's also just like, I hear you.
Totally.
And that sucks. And I'm so sorry that you're going through that. And that might be just as healing.
That is just as healing. It is like more healing in many ways, that connection. And we do need that authentic connection today so much, when it is so much like, sign up for my class and like, yeah, we got to promote. But also just, I love the name of this podcast. I love that your focus is humanity, the human.
Yeah.
Because no matter, and I make this joke all the time, like no matter how evolved all of our souls are so evolved and ancient, but we're dragging around these little humans that are just like getting distracted, getting scared, but it's so cute. Like it's so precious.
Adorable.
It's the most cute thing. And that was a huge part of my self-love journey, was actually being like, oh my God, you're so cute. You're my little pet. Yeah. I get to bring you everywhere I go, and we get to be a team through this. And now it's like so emotional. I think of it probably the way you thought of like Chester, where you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't have forever with you. Let's make this so sick. Like you deserve that. I'm about to cry. Literally, like you deserve that. This is this one beautiful journey we get.
Yeah. Oh, I could feel the emotions, because it reminded me of something you said on one of the previous podcasts about feeling like being a sparkly piece of luggage on the trip of this rock tour. And for you now to be the one of like, take your time and pack your luggage, girl.
Oh.
Like, we got all the time in the world. We don't have to rush.
Yes. And part of me coming home to Maui was actually coming home to myself in so many ways. Yeah. Because my soul, like for whatever reason, just had, I think it was literally from the land that my parents owned. And this is totally effed, but that place, the people before us had built that house on sacred burial ground. And they had literally moved the bones just aside and built this house. And when my parents bought it, that was in the, whatever they call those, disclosures. And they were like, oh shit. And so they had it blessed by like every single person, of a Hawaiian to Christian to Buddhist, like whatever, anybody come in their holy water. And it was the craziest thing, like so devoted to this land. I was like planting the trees. I was chanting. I learned my Hawaiian healing training was literally all like for that land. Cause at that point I wasn't coaching or anything.
Right.
I was just finishing fashion school. And I was just like, I really need this land to understand how much I care. And I joke, I don't know what my soul contract was with that place or this island, but it was like, take me home, take me home. My whole life, take me home, take me home. And I just ignored it for boys in fashion school and like all kinds of things that never even felt right. I had all these like weird limitations on like when I could or if I was allowed, or like even just being like a haole girl or whatever. And then when I finally ended a relationship and came home here, it was literally like my soul exhaled. I could just feel myself. And I don't think it has to be a place, because I did so much work before this point where I was able to feel so many good things, but it was like a quantum leap. And now I take my time, like take your time. I feel so settled, so rooted, not rushed, in trust, in surrender. That's something I've wanted my entire life.
Yeah. And life meets you there, because when you said, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late, my response was, take your time.
Thank you. Thank you. I was still pedal to the metal, but I just drive like that. And that's not supposed to be a Kama Hagar joke either. But like, I've been pulled over so many times and asked that question, or like that joke gets made. And I'm like, if it lets me off, well,
you make whatever joke you want, officer.
Yeah. Whatever gets me not a ticket. But yeah, that wasn't on you. That's just how I drive. But thank you.
Yeah. No, it's to me, like, so, you know, it's interesting, the soul contracts we made, right?
Yeah.
And so for whatever reason, I picked the family I had, and my mom, Korean immigrant, grew up very poor. And so when I quit my corporate job, I was making six figures. I was set. Like I could do just about anything in that company outside of murder someone, and I would retire from there as a billionaire, guaranteed. And I quit my job, and my mom was so upset. Like, she was like, what are you doing with your life? Like, I thought I knew who you were, all the things. And one day she looked at me, she's like, Scott, if it's not success you're looking for, what are you aiming for in life?
Love that question.
Yeah. And I paused. Peace. Mm-hmm. And you could see the look on her face, because it was like, what could you say to that? Oh, I don't want you to be at peace. Money's more important than your peace. You know, it was like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. And that to me is like what I stand for as an individual, as an antenna in the world, is peace.
Yes.
Like, that is what I want people to experience when they come to my home. That's what I want people to experience when they listen to this podcast. Like, to me, that's what this is. This is an invitation to forget about time.
Yeah.
To just drop into this conversation, to be like, wow, I am so incredibly present with these two humans. This is the peace that's available in my life if I choose it.
Totally.
What else? Where else could this be the case?
Totally.
Yeah.
And those like little flickers, like there's so many podcasts I have like 10 things to say at once. I love that. What a powerful rebuttal. And that is also why I want to say, always asking. I love the practice of asking yourself why like a million times. Yeah. This, why? Because this, why? Because then we get down to the core things like peace. Yeah. We get down to the core things like joy. We get down to the core things like love. We get contentment, whatever, you know, and that is that, like, those are the whys. And I think so many people are just skimming that surface, living their lives. And you said the story of when you had everything you ever wanted, basically. And then you were like, fuck, like, this is not it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite moment in the world for people, but it's the worst moment in the entire world. It's the scariest one. Yeah. And it's the one that actually also prevents people from following their souls. It's the one that prevented me from coming home to Maui, because I was so scared. Okay, well then I get to, what if then I'm not happy? Or what if then, right? You have this pinnacle of what you want. But my belief is that's why we ask ourselves why. So why? To know that it's in alignment. And I know it's a soul call when it just will not shut the hell up. Yeah. Pestering you, waking you up in dreams. And you're almost like, please, you're ruining my life. You're going to disrupt everything I've created. Yeah. And it's still like, just trust me. Yeah. That is the moment that I know it's got me. It's going to be better than I can imagine. Yes. When it's out of ego. Right. That's when you have those existential, holy shit, I have everything I've ever wanted. I don't, oh my, and I can't even tell you. And that's a huge part of why I do what I do too. How many people I've seen in that situation at the top. Right. And it's heartbreaking. Yes. And when I was young and I didn't understand the soul versus the ego, or how to answer the call, or which one's, you know, how to distinguish the voice, which one you're following. I was so scared. I was like, wait, they have it all. So what is going to happen to me? Right. What? Right. I mean, and it just shows it's not about the success. It's not about the money. It's not about any of the things. It's about alignment. Yeah. It's about alignment with yourself. Yes. So, and you did that. Yeah. Those are my favorite people. Yeah. The most interesting people.
I can't wait to write. I believe, and this is going to sound ridiculous. This is just my personal perspective. My belief is that Earth is a television show for aliens. Oh,
love.
And that we are the antenna that they get to tune in through. And I'm like, I got the most interesting TV show on Earth. Like, someone watching this is like, bro, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, what's going to happen next? Is the podcast going to blow up? Like, what about this girl? You know, like, whatever, like all of it. You know? He has a new dog. Like, oh my God. And he's skateboarding with it. Like, and so, yeah, to like be fully in on that show.
Ooh, yes. And if every person's life was a show, you should be on the edge of your seat about your own show. Yes. Like that feeling. I love that you said that, because I'm going to take that now. I want to, if I'm the star of my own show, I'm going to be like, well, what is going to be the best, most exciting thing I could possibly do? Yeah. How can I expand? How can I keep myself so engaged in this life? Because like I said, we have such little time here, guys. Like, we're going to be it.
Totally. Yeah. No, it's cool to like witness we'll say you and your joy. Cause like, I was like, man, I want to go to this Makai event. And then the day just got away from me and I didn't have time. But just to see like, right, like, oh, what are you up to? Like, how are you out in the world? You know, and then just see how magnetic that is, where people are like, I want to be like you. And it's like, well, I want to be like me too, you know, like, and so get on the train, you know, like, what do you want to be up to? What's your highest excitement? How can I help you support in that?
Yeah.
Like,
what's your highest excitement is a really great question too, because I'm sure we were talking about this and people wanting to live with you, people wanting all these things of your energy. And what's really important is that if people see that in you, one, it's in them. And two, to remember that the most magnetic frequency you can be is yourself. It's so annoying. 100%. It's so cliche.
No, it's so true.
But really, like, to be yourself, to be saying yes to the things that you love, to enjoy the things that you love, to give yourself the life that you've wanted, following those little things, going on the adventures that feel like yeses to you. Like, I'm trying to give examples as many as I can, but like, that's how we become magnetic. Mm-hmm. It's just by choosing ourselves.
Yes.
And that was a huge lesson for me too, as like recovering people pleaser with it, which was just so much like, how can I be whatever you need? Right. To the more me I become, the more I choose me, the less I'm concerned with that, the more I truly fill my own cup in all of the ways, the more magnetic. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I'm almost like, whoa, I've literally just been cruising. Like, and suddenly I'm like, I was working my ass off to get these kinds of opportunities, you know, just being me.
Yes.
300-fold.
Yes.
The expanse.
Yes. I 100% agree with you, Kama.
Yeah.
Like, I like to say the universe is just waiting for us to be, the universe is waiting to reward us for being ourselves.
Exactly.
That's it.
Literally.
And uncovering all the programming and all the examples and evidence of, no, it's not okay to be me. It's like, no, it is. It actually is.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And you feel that in a room.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody know, I always try to remind people, especially those people pleasers who it's like, it's so hard to unwire that. Like, I get it. It's a trauma response. It's your fawn. It's like, I'm unsafe. What can I do to feel safe? But just think of that person in the room, I always say, who steps in and you can feel how relaxed they are as themselves, and it liberates you. And how, if you really want to make an impact in the world, which I know so many of these sensitive souls do, you just relax into you and you have to do 900% less work. It just shifts the room.
Yeah.
That's healing.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's interesting, right? Because the thing what you said of like relax into you, to the reminder to those listening of like, that relaxing might not feel good to start.
Oh no.
Like, it might feel really icky.
It's a thrash. It's a thrashing into you.
It reminds me of Dave Matthews. Was it
Crash into you?
Yeah, thrash into you.
Thrash into you.
The remix.
Can you do that?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, do it with AI.
I will.
That's what that's for, especially. It's for the memes, especially. It's for me.
We need more memes in this. Honestly, we do.
We do.
I like to say laughter is my favorite breath work.
It's the best. It is the best medicine. There is nothing better than being an absolute fool. I say tomfoolery is one of my favorite practices.
Love that.
And I really mean it wholeheartedly. Take it very seriously. As seriously as you cannot seriously take it.
That's so good. That's so good. I was just talking. This is so funny. The time. So I was on a coaching call today. I'm in a coaching mastermind. The coach, the facilitator, was talking to me about it, and she asked the question to the group. There's like 20 of us in it. She says, "So where in life have you not been down for the journey that you say you're on?"
Oh,
right.
Where in life have you not been down on the journey that you say you're on?
Yeah. So like, okay, I want to make all this abundance and impact and all this stuff in the world. And so recently I made a good amount of abundance. And I was like, okay, so where am I not down? And today I was in the gym and I got super pissed at realizing how much tax I have to pay on it. And I was like super salty. And then I like started to look at like what it was really about. And it was like deeper things under that. And so what we got back to was the little part of me, we'll call him teenager, emo teenager, who doesn't like looking stupid.
Oh yeah.
And like, that's like and what we reframed back into was like, I love being silly. Like, I'm one of the funniest guys. And I'm like, okay, so she's like, are you willing to put on the line that you could look stupid being silly? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, like I cannot wait. It's like one of my favorite things to do is make people laugh.
A genius reframe, actually.
Yeah.
Because when you have that strong inner critic or that strong inner emo, you gotta, how can you make it the looking stupid? It's fun. It's funny. Yeah. Can we like laugh at it?
Yeah.
I used to not be able to laugh at like any of my mistakes. I was like, no. But now I'm really actually in this embracing of that era. And I'm like so klutzy and I'm the worst driver. And I'm like so like, I'm like literally peak chaos. And I've tried to like hide that for so long being a meditation teacher. And now I'm just like, dude, I am literally falling down the stairs. Like and it feels so good to say that. Totally. It feels so good to be like, no, it's really, that's human. Yes. That's the human part of me. It's just, it's trekking along, doing its best. It's fucking up left and right. Yeah. Everybody's does.
Yes. 100%. This is, I think, one of the most, I love that you're saying this because one of the places I want to clown so much on is the spiritual community. Oh, yeah. So I recently, I asked Story to do a reel. I was like, okay, I got an idea.
Story makes the best reels.
I know.
Need to say that.
So I made one recently. I was like, I got an idea. I want to come in looking super spiritual and I want to order a coffee. I want to order like a mushroom latte or something. And I'm going to get the latte and I want to respond with aho. And wait, I saw this. Yeah. And then I want the barista to freak out. And so that was the meme. Like I order coffee and I respond with aho and the barista responds, what the fuck did you just call me? Yes. I'm just like, okay, guys, I get it. You're a 5D Pleiadian being, a star seed. Yeah. I love this. And sage falls out your asshole. Yeah. And you came here to be fucking human. Like that's the point of this thing. Can you be human?
That's the whole point of it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. And I loved that. I totally didn't even like connect the dots because that's the funniest thing. It's the best thing ever. It is so true because, and you do find a lot of that where it's very, I'm going to just call it disembodied. And I think that is the proper word because you're not, and you're human. Yeah. And you're human. Yes, the whole point, like you said, you came here to have a human experience. Yeah. So have it, be in it. Be imperfect, be messy, be grounded, like the petty little silly human things you like, whatever. Like let your human, like you would a pet, like let it have that, let it play. Just let it play. Right. It's so massive. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so easy. I'm just thinking of like hearing people listen to this being like, well, that's so easy. Being like, oh, just to be clear, like the other half of that coin is sorrow and heartbreak and grief and anger and bitterness, and let that happen too.
Yeah. 100%. Like we just said, the portals to those up levels are the pain, are the loss, are the heartbreak, are the moments where you think, I have everything I should ever be happy to have or whatever, and I'm still not happy. Like, yeah.
Existential crisis.
The existential crisis, the self-hatred, the meeting your shadows so deeply. And I really am such a huge fan of shadow work. I am not like a full, pure, just like love and light girl. I mean, I love the realms. Not any Scorpio in me. I don't know how I got here, but...
What is your sign?
I'm actually an Aries.
Okay.
But it's like, Aries, it's all earth, fire, the whole thing.
Okay.
No water. Wow. It's weird. Because I feel kind of emo.
Yeah, you got Maui.
That's so true. But I love those depths and I'm such a feely crier girl. So I don't know. But they say that, right? The people who have met their light, the highest and truest and most embodied have met their motherfucking shadow. Mm-hmm. You have let yourself feel those things. You have let yourself go to those levels of shame and then you have transmuted them. Yeah. So it's a journey, but it's so doable.
Yeah. Well, and it's the quote it reminds me of, I think it's Carl Jung or Alan Watts it might be someone else, doesn't matter. It's
who knows?
The internet's copyrighted everything. It's your branches will reach to heaven only to the level till your roots reach to hell.
Yeah.
And even as something as quote unquote simple as making a silly reel, like the amount of work that has to go into like, okay, I'm going to allow myself to look fucking ridiculous right now.
Oh, thank you for saying this. It is. I've been thinking about this a lot. This is like, I haven't even said it out loud, but I really do believe there are like lots of visibility coaches out there now that will help people in their authentic expression journey and to become more abundant or whatever it is, like that you have to post every day for 30 days because, and I just did that, but it was for a launch, but I'd never done that before. And I was like, first of all, it was freaking exhausting, but second of all, but you break through because I'm like, I'm holding back so much. Because of fear of judgment, because of whatever cancel culture, because of whatever. I mean, there's crazy things that probably wouldn't even happen, but you're just so scared to be you in that way. And because we have to be honest, like social media is such a relevant, prevalent part of society. It is a place to also push your own edges there. It is a place 100%. To be authentic. It 100%. Is all of it.
How many followers did you gain in that challenge?
Oh my, literally like
thousands,
5,000 or something.
You broke. Yeah, you got the K after your name.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 or 5. It was crazy. Yeah. But it wasn't, the intention was just to share this launch for this course that I just put out into the world. And it was amazing, just the resonance. And again, the audience and the people that started to feel me and find me that hadn't been there before because I just got realer out there.
100%. Which you would have to putting a course out. Like
have to.
Everybody, like I love this conversation because the vulnerability that it takes to put out a course. And I'm not just talking like, okay, I signed up for Kajabi and here's the Shopify link. Like that's an obvious, like, okay, I got to put myself out there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you got to go back into the fucking pain cave and look at all the shit you learned and why you learned it.
Yes. And then you got to get brave enough to talk about it on camera and show the whole world and then expose yourself. And I didn't realize the emotional stamina that it would take to do that. I honestly have so much more respect for people who've motherfucking album launches or like gallery openings or anything, right? That you
Any of those.
Oh my gosh. And I've launched quite a few things in my life, but never with that kind of like hardcore launch vulnerability strategy where I truly showed up.
Yeah. I mean, you could hide behind Mukama and you could hide behind Makai. Like, you can't hide behind you.
Myself.
Like,
I've tried that.
Me.
Yeah. So that was crazy and really powerful, really expanding. And when I say expanding, uncomfortable, like we talked about, felt like my skin was like ripping off of me and I was like, I'm naked. Yeah. But it was so important.
Yes.
And I think anybody who has the opportunity, and we hold ourselves back because of that exact thing in the world, but oh my gosh, it's so worth it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it.
No, I love it. I got to watch your launch happen. And so it was cool to just see and then to watch all the wins, right? And all the other parts, right? Obviously too, I'm sure there was hangups and pitfalls and people upset or who knows, right? Like just the reality of launching something.
Oh yeah.
But your willingness to just share it in real time. Just like, okay, here I am on the court.
Yep.
Oh, you want to judge me? You're not even on the court.
That's so true. And like, it's your own thing. And I was so scared for years. One of my biggest fears has been something someone actually said to me when I was in 5th grade, which was this kid said, "Why are you crying? Your dad's a rock star."
Wow.
And I remember being so young and so like shamed. I was like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing, I guess. Like, how could I? You're right. Yeah. And that probably it started before then, but that really like marked the rest of an era until my late 20s of just, it's okay. Everything's great.
Right.
Shell of a person. Just simple things. Even when I started coaching, because I've been coaching since I was like around 20, which is crazy. But I remember, I just hid behind the simple practices, just inhale, exhale, like keeping it so light and polite, nothing you could argue with, only things that everybody could be like, well, that's helpful. That's it. She's here to help. I was like, if I have the privilege I have, then I need to help. And like, that's it. And I just have to basically overgive in order to earn my right here.
Yeah.
And it just occurred to me through meeting some really extreme depths and going through, honestly, we talked about portals, the hell of a really codependent ass relationship where I lost myself completely and gave up everything I was and all these things where I just like through that portal was like, why would I throw myself away?
Yeah.
I have so much to offer.
Yeah.
And if people choose to see it a different way, that is absolutely not my problem.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking empowering and amazing to finally feel that.
Yeah.
So that was really one of that launch for my e-course, Brave Enough to Be You, was so much more than it was really me being brave enough to be me.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
And I will never go back.
Stoked for you. And this is so interesting timing wise. And I'm trying to do the math as you were talking. So, because I had a question about fifth grade Kama, but it's kind of shifted, right? So, how old are you now?
29.
29. That's what I thought. So, in September, there was a lunar eclipse in, I don't remember what sign, but what it signified was the end of a 19-year cycle. Pretty sure you were 10 years old in fifth grade. And so what was your course about? Brave Enough to Be You. Right. So that fifth grade Kama who wasn't brave enough, it wasn't even that she wasn't brave enough to be her, she was scared.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so you, 19 years later, able to stand in, it's okay to be me. Yeah. Right. In the quantum field, there is no time. So sitting in that classroom, she might have just started crying, or she might have told that guy to fuck off, whatever happened.
I hope she doesn't.
She felt that.
Yeah.
Because of who you are now and today, like that vibration goes back through that time.
Totally. Oh, I love that you said that, because it does feel so healing to like inner child stuff. And, there's so many ways to do inner child healing or whatever. But for me, it really has been just like being that authentic version, choosing me over and over again. And I feel closer and closer to that version of me. Yeah. Like I'm protecting her. Yeah. That's so cool that there was an eclipse. I've heard so much actually astrologically about that time, and it wasn't even what you said. So I think there was a lot. And then I know my Saturn returns and there's all that stuff happening. Yeah. It's quite the time to be alive, but it's awesome. But again, like the shakeups, that's where it happens.
Yes.
That's where growth is.
And in the Saturn return, the most important thing is to have reverence. Is to say thank you for the lesson. That is the best thing you can do in a Saturn return, is say thank you. Yes. And that, a lot of people are like, no, I'm not grateful for this. Like, okay, good luck.
Exactly. Good luck. Exactly. Like the humility too of it all. I think reverence and humility. And that's such a big Hawaiian principle that I really learned, through the land that I grew up on. But here, that's so special. And anyone listening from somewhere else in the world, if that's not a huge part of your culture, like it can be almost hard to relate to until you see that embodied. Yeah. But that is that sweet spot where you are like, I know I have so much power, and I have so much reverence to that power. Yes. To like 100. The higher S self, to the soul, to the universe, to God, to whatever you want to call it. But it's in us, it's of us. But that's kind of the dual surrender thing you were talking about, to have the surrender and the reverence to that piece. Yes. And then you're on the best ride of your life.
Right. Yes. I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, in order to keep time, I have a couple questions.
Yes.
Start to wrap up. If you had a message to share with the world, what would it be?
My message to share with the world would be trust that deeper voice and calling inside of you. It never leads you astray, even if it disrupts your entire current reality.
So true.
It is true. The most important thing that you can do. It is what you came here to do, was follow that. When people say, what is life? There's no rule book. There's no guidebook. It's listen to that voice.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah. Trust it with your whole.
Make that a shirt that just says, so I've been printing these shirts with very small typography. So you have to get up close to see it. And the only one I printed so far is normalize crying.
Love.
But the next one might be listen to that voice. I'm just like, no, there's a voice inside of you and it's beckoning to hear.
Oh, can you imagine like someone seeing that in a coffee shop and being in that existential place where they're in the thrashing and they see someone's shirt and they're like, fuck
that voice.
You felt like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Where you hate the voice.
Yeah. I hate that voice. I'm not listening to shit. Like, okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
I hated that voice until I followed it. Now I fucking love it.
Right. Now we're best friends. Someone asked me yesterday, who's your best friend? I was like, me. Then Luce.
Luce is everyone's best friend. Yeah. No, dude.
I'm calling in. I don't know if you saw, she was a model for Tommy Bahama.
No.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
She's in their Christmas catalog.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's a star.
I'm like, okay, I want her to become Maui's most loved golden.
Oh.
Like she's
Maui Makai. I got you.
Okay. All right. Done. We'll show up. You let me know.
Okay. Shoot.
Yeah. Amazing. What does it mean to be human?
To be human is the most special experience. We came here to have, I don't know how many tries. It probably varies from soul to soul. But to be human, to have this body, to have your senses, to taste, to smell, to be able to feel skin, to hear the sounds of birds, to swim in the fucking ocean. Like, you came here. This is why you came here.
Yeah.
And you came here to be scared. And then you came here to be brave again.
Yeah.
It's so tender. It's so sweet. It's like having a luce. It's like having the sweetest pet. It's just, we take it for granted. We complain about it. We bitch about it, but we came here because it is so special.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I think the mathematics behind it is something like 1 in 400 trillion.
Oh yeah.
That you're born to the time and to the time of and parents you got. 1 in 400 trillion, which if you think about it, there's 100 trillion galaxies with 1 trillion suns. So we're an absolute miracle. Absolute. Like, how did we get so lucky?
Imagine like all these like souls in line and they're like stoked. They're like, like they're at Disneyland. Like, you're like, yeah, I get to go down. They're waiting. It's just like a line wrapped around the entire universe.
Yeah. 100%.
But we don't think of it like that. No. But I love thinking of it like that.
Totally. Yeah. We just forgot terms and conditions.
Totally.
Like, okay, now when you get here, you're going to forget everything and you're going to be in a body.
And it will definitely suck at times, but it's good. We came here for that.
Yeah. Wait till you eat a cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah. You'll forget everything bad ever.
Amazing. Last question. Where can people find more about you and what you're up to?
Yep. You can find more about me on my website, kamahagar.com, or my Instagram, Kama Hagar. And then honestly, everything there. I mean, I have my Lush Life community, which is an entire membership portal where I do 2 live monthly classes. It's my favorite thing in the world because I get to connect with people. But there's this collective element, which I'm also obsessed with because I really do feel and have seen what you can cultivate in the collective. Yes. It's like things move so much faster when you have a group of people with the same good intentions. So magical what I've seen unfold in that space. And then all of the practices that have brought me home to myself. I just was like, how can I create something where everyone gets all of the things that I've ever done that have worked for me? I want people to have them. So I've just ripped out content for years, like 300 plus meditations, tapping videos, recipes, rituals, etc. So that's my space. And then my course, Brave Enough to Be You, will be launching again soon. Right. So that will be really fun for the second run of it because it's just going to get better and better. But that's really my offering to this world is the journey of leaving the self-abandonment habits behind and moving into soul alignment.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Ugh. I have a reel coming out. I don't know when it's going to drop, but it's a spoof on people pleasing. Yeah, it's like, welcome to People Pleasing 101. We've decided to rebrand the course. It's actually now called Self-Abandoners. It's like, wait a second. That doesn't sound sexy at all. Like, it's like, exactly.
We do need to change the word people pleasing.
It's way too sexy.
This is another language issue, right? 100%. Like I spit all over your couch. If somebody said people pleasing sounds good.
It's great.
Yeah, sexy. Like you said,
my LinkedIn.
Self-abandonment, you in the trenches, your lifeless body, losing all your hair and your mind.
Yeah. Still want to sign up?
Yes. Take your pick.
Black Friday. Like,
Special.
no, I love that. And we have such an opportunity to help people stop abandoning themselves. So thank you for standing what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you for being on the show, taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you to the audience for your time and attention and presence here today with us. And until the next one, aloha.